Warm, thoughtful, conversational, like a wise friend explaining something fascinating about the human mind. The stress of not having enough money doesn't just feel terrible, it literally reduces your cognitive capacity by the equivalent of 13 IQ points. The cruelest part? That mental tax hits hardest exactly when you need your brain most. By the end, you'll understand exactly why. You have probably been there. Late at night, running the numbers again, checking your account for the fourth time, hoping something changed. You are not being irrational. You are not bad with money. But here's the thing. The moment you start mentally juggling those numbers, something else starts slipping. Your patience, your focus at work, the energy to cook instead of ordering out. Financial stress doesn't stay in the money department. It bleeds into everything. And there's a specific, measurable, neurological reason for that. Understanding it is honestly one of the most compassionate things you can do for yourself. Think of your brain like a computer. It has RAM, working memory, attention, decision-making capacity. It can only hold so much at once. Economists Sendel Mullainathan and Eldar Shafir spent years studying what happens when people face scarcity. Not just money, but time, food, anything they lacked. And what they found was this. Scarcity automatically captures your attention. Your brain fixates on the shortage. It cannot help it. That fixation is called the scarcity mindset, and it runs in the background of everything you think and do. In 2013, Mullainathan and colleagues published a landmark study in Science magazine. They tested the cognitive function of sugarcane farmers in India before and after harvest. Before harvest, these farmers were cash poor. After harvest, they had money in their hands. The same people scored significantly higher on fluid intelligence tests after they had money, the equivalent of 13 IQ points. Not because they got smarter, because the financial pressure was gone. This is what researchers call the bandwidth tax. When you are stressed about money, a chunk of your cognitive bandwidth is permanently running in the background, like 30 browser tabs you cannot close. That tax costs you focus. It costs you self-control. And here's where it gets brutal. It costs you the very thing you need to make better financial decisions. The stress of financial scarcity actively makes financial decisions harder to make well. Mullainathan and Shafir put it plainly in their book, two words that changed how I think about this entire problem. But here's what most people get wrong. They treat financial stress as purely an emotional problem, something you fix with therapy or positive thinking. And yes, emotions matter, but the bandwidth tax is not just emotional, it is cognitive. It changes what your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain handling planning, impulse control, and logic, can actually do in the moment. The part of your brain that says, "Don't buy that, save it instead," gets measurably quieter under financial stress, not metaphorically, measurably. This is why financial stress creates a trap that is genuinely hard to escape. It is not a character flaw, it is a cognitive loop. The stress reduces your planning capacity. That makes it harder to delay gratification. Poorer decisions follow, more stress. Round it goes. And it explains three things you have almost certainly noticed yourself doing when money is tight. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that almost all financial advice assumes you are thinking clearly. It assumes you have full cognitive capacity available. Just make a budget. Just stop impulse buying. Just start investing early. That advice is not wrong exactly, but it is written for someone who is not carrying a bandwidth tax, someone with the mental runway to think long-term. Telling a bandwidth-taxed brain to just think long-term is like telling someone with a broken leg to walk it off. Here is the stat that stopped me cold. The American Psychological Association has tracked stress levels in the US for over a decade. Money has ranked as the #1 source of stress every single year. This is not a niche problem. This is a near universal bandwidth tax that most people are white-knuckling through completely alone. So what do you actually do with this? Understanding the problem is step one, but it doesn't pay your rent. Here is where things get practically useful. The goal is not to eliminate financial stress overnight. That is not realistic. The goal is to reduce the bandwidth tax enough that your brain can start making slightly better decisions. Even a small improvement compounds over time. Step one, offload the mental load. The bandwidth tax is partly caused by keeping financial worries as open loops in your head. Write them all down. The $300 you owe, the subscription you forget to cancel. Put it on paper or your notes app. Research on the Zeigarnik effect shows unfinished tasks occupy mental space until they are completed or captured. Capturing them closes the loop enough that your brain stops running them in the background 24 hours a day. Step 2. Make the good decision the easy decision. Your willpower is already depleted. Don't fight that. Work around it. Set up automatic transfers to savings, even $5 a week, so the decision happens without you. Automate bill payments so you are not burning cognitive bandwidth remembering them. Researchers call this choice architecture, designing your environment so the default behavior is already the right one. You are not relying on a stressed brain. You are removing the need for the choice entirely. Step 3, and this is the most overlooked one. Protect your cognitive bandwidth in other areas of your life too. Sleep, single tasking, saying no to unnecessary decisions. Your bandwidth is shared across everything you are managing. If you are burning it on what to cook for dinner, you have less left for the financial calls that actually matter. Protecting your mental capacity broadly is not self-indulgence. It is the most rational thing you can do when money is tight. Remember those farmers? The same people, before and after. 13 IQ points, not because anything changed about who they were, but because of what their brain was carrying. If you have ever felt like you were thinking through fog when money was tight, you were right. That fog is real. It has a name. And the fact that you were still functioning, still trying, still showing up, that wasn't failure. That was you carrying a weight most people don't even know exists. If this reframed how you think about financial stress, the video on why anxiety makes you avoid the very things that would actually help goes even deeper into that loop. And if you want honest, science-backed psychology every week, subscribe. New video every Tuesday.